Kamala. Is she the next president of, get this, these United States? Well, I don't think so. Because there's an article from Reuters. Could Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump in November's presidential election? Well, before I pull up this article, Fox News decided to be a little bit petty. Fox News, you know what? Are you watching Hardlands Media? Are you guys being mean on purpose? Are you purposely being mean? Because on my show, I've never once, not ever, been mean to anyone. I've been respectful, but apparently Kamala Harris is the original Hawk Tua girl. I know. Fox News went ahead and said it about Kamala. Why? Let's go and play it. It's only 38 seconds of pure gold, and I want to laugh.
Don't forget, one analysis back in 2019 scored the future of the Democrat Party as the most liberal senator out of them all, beating out even Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. So it's safe to say she ain't no Scranton Joe.
Yeah, and then there's the DEI press secretary telling you that the DEI vice president is the future of the party here. And so the future looks kind of dim for the Democrats here, but this is no shocker either. Kamala Harris, she's the original Hawk Tua girl. That's the way she got where she is.
Oh! Don't ask her about a certain mayor. Don't ask her about the time she was on the side of Montel Williams, right? She's the original Hawk Tua girl. That's how she got into power, right? Everyone remembers that. How did Kamala become a thing? How did she be a thing at all? Period. Why? It's because well, she just knew what kind of grease or what kind of bars to grease up, I guess, in many ways. Here, hold on. Let's listen to that one more time. Say it again, sir.
Scranton Joe.
Yeah, and then there's the DEI press secretary telling you that the DEI vice president is the future of the party here. And so the future looks kind of dim for the Democrats here, but this is no shocker either. Kamala Harris, she's the original Hawk Tua girl. That's the way she...
Oh, I'm sorry, but this requires an... Oof. 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 That was a little hard to watch.
This is no shocker either. Kamala Harris, she's the original Hawk Tua girl. That's the way she got where she is, and the party's going downhill if it's in her hands.
That was tough. That was harsh.
All right, I want to get to one last.
Stop being mean. Who taught you to be mean? It wasn't me. But see, the thing is, this is the same Kamala Harris who also doesn't understand irony.
This is probably the most significant election of our lifetime. You know, we have said it every 4 years, but this here one is it.
You always say it. You always say it. This is the most important election of our lifetime. Most important election of our lifetime. Most important election of our lifetime. After a while, it starts losing all meaning. It becomes another participation trophy. Hey, everybody gets a trophy. Hey, everyone, this election cycle, this is it. This is the one. No, it is not. You understand? It is not. Because let's be clear here. All right. It's going to be the most funny. It's going to be the most hilarious. It's going to be the most interesting. It's going to be the most interesting. Why? Because it truly is. It truly is. And it's not the most important. Because if it really was important, more people would have showed up in the primaries. But they didn't. Say it again, Kamala.
You know, we have said it every 4 years, but this here one is it. We are looking at an election that will take place in 122 days.
122.
Where on one side, you have the former president who is running to become president again, who has openly talked about his admiration of dictators and his intention to be a dictator on day one, who has openly talked about his intention to weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. This is probably the most
important one of our lifetime, yeah. It's always so important. Always has to be important. So let's go ahead and talk about this further. So I want to pull up this little article here from Reuters. Could Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump in November's presidential election? She worries Republican donors. Has name recognition, and Democrat Party heavyweights are beginning to line up behind her. Do you guys not remember 2019? I remember, because she made her announcement on Martin Luther King Day. You know, that's when she did it. That's when she did it. And her campaign, what happened? Well, she got decimated not once but twice in 2 primary debates by Tulsi Gabbard. She kept on lying about her identity, lying about her past, lying about her achievements. And of course, her campaign went bankrupt and belly up because she was a mediocre candidate. She started off as a bang and became a fart in the wind. And out of Amy Klobuchar's own stupidity, Kamala clinched the title of being vice president. Isn't that funny? Vice President Kamala Harris would be President Joe Biden's natural successor if he bowed to growing pressure and stepped aside as Democratic candidate in 2024, top Democrats say. Now, party donors, activists, and officials are asking, does she have a better chance than Biden of beating Trump? Biden has said repeatedly he's staying in the race. And he wrote a letter today, came out, hey, he's staying in. Harris, 59, a former U.S. Senator and California Attorney General, horrible California Attorney General and horrible U.S. Senator, by the way, will be the first woman to be president of these United States. I don't think so. Excuse me. You have Woodrow Wilson's wife. You have Ronald Reagan's wife. And you have Jill Biden herself. She would be number 4. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So step aside, Hill Dog and Kamala. That first woman being United States, President of the United States. 3 other ladies have already gotten that title. Her 3.5-year White House tenure has been characterized by a lackluster start, staff turnover, early policy portfolios, including migration from Central America, that did not produce major success. So why would she be a success? Everything that she's touched turned to crap. As recently as last year, many inside the White House and the Biden campaign privately worried Harris was a liability for the campaign, and she is. The situation has changed significantly since then. Democratic officials have said, as she stepped forward on abortion rights and courted young voters. Young people, is Kamala what you want? Take it from me. No, she ain't. She is proud to be his running mate and looks forward to serving at his side for 4 more years, the Biden-Harris campaign told Reuters. Some polls favor Harris. Oh, this is how you know it's rigged. It's being greased in her favor. You know, there you go. Recent polls suggest Harris could do better than Biden against Trump, the Republican candidate, although she would face the tight contest. No pun intended. A CNN poll released on July 2nd found voters favor Trump over Biden by 6 percentage points, over 49% to 43%. Harris also trailed Trump 47 to 45 within the margin of error. It also found independents back Harris 43 to 44 over 43 to 40 over Trump, and moderate voters of both parties prefer her 51 to 39%. The Reuters poll after last week's televised debate between Trump and a faltering Biden found Harris and Trump nearly tied, with 42% supporting her and 43% backing him. Only former First Lady Michelle Obama, Big Mike, who has never expressed any interest in joining the race, polled higher among possible alternatives to Biden. Internal polling shared by the Biden campaign after the debate shows Harris was the same odds as Biden of beating Trump, with 45% of voters saying that they would vote for her versus 48% for Trump. Influential Democrats, including Representative Jim Clyburn, who was key to Biden's 2020 win, Representative Gregory Meeks, a New York congressman and senior member of a Congressional Black Caucus, and Summerlee, a House Democrat from Pennsylvania, have signaled Harris would be the best option to lead the ticket if Biden chooses to step aside. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has also privately signaled the same to lawmakers, a congressional aide has said. But no, Harris is a clown. Everything that she has done has been clownish. Everything that she has done has turned into a complete epic disaster. Kamala Harris isn't a fighter. She's not some great thinker of our time. If she was, why is it that everyone laughs at her? Why is it that everyone calls her a joke? She is truly a clown. And many people need to realize that Trump has so far kept his political movement together. And Kamala, she got into position not through merit or hard work, but by knowing how to play the system, play the game, and worm her way all the way to the top. It's rather sad. And people are trying to hedge their bets because you could smell the panic and fear in the air. The liberals are afraid and they don't know what to do. Biden's not dropping out. And case in point, in case you forgot, here's his fantastic letter that he wrote. And I'll just leave it here. This is his letter that he wrote. And I will be posting a link to this letter so all of you can read it yourself. Here, I'll read the final statement from good old Joe Biden from the letter, because I'm not going to read this whole thing. I read it for an earlier segment, and even then I could tell it's all BS. My fellow Democrats, we have a record, the vision, and fundamental commitment to America's freedom and our democracy to win. We're a constitutional republic. Say that to a liberal just to trigger them. The question of how to move forward has been well aired for over a week, and it's time for it to end. We have one job, and that is to beat Donald Trump. We have 42 days to the Democratic Convention, 119 days to the general election. Any weakening of resolve or lack of clarity about the task ahead only helps Trump and hurts us. It is time to come together, move forward as a unified party, and defeat Donald Trump. You know what I have to say to that? You could write all the letters you want. You can make all the statements you want. Democrats, no matter what you do in August in the city of Chicago for your fantastic convention between August 19th to the 22nd, the American people don't like Biden and they don't like Harris. Their polling numbers are abysmal. What does that say about you guys? Nothing you do is popular. Nobody likes you, nobody thinks about you, and nobody respects you. Just like how you've been treating the American people. The way you treat us is how you're going to get treated. Simple as that.